It's time for Cutting Edge Consciousness with Freeman Michaels and Barnett Bain. Thought-provoking discussions and bold ideas from the edge of possibility.
The raw and real piece.
Yes.
That I'm willing to be raw. That I'm willing to be vulnerable and open. I'm really negotiating this personally. I'm really negotiating allowing myself to be a little uncomfortable in the world, in my own skin, very authentically, especially when energies are seemingly coming at me. I'll say it in these terms, that I don't know what to do with. And what I've learned to trust is that when I'm feeling as if energies are coming at me that I don't know what to do with, they're usually muddled and they're confused. So what's happened very recently is I was in a meeting, and the person I was in the meeting with had mixed agendas, mixed stuff going on. And so they were, in essence, sending me mixed messages.
They were petting the horse.
Right, what we call petting the horse. And I allowed myself to be in the confusion of, there was a certain amount of betrayal, to be really honest, too, because there was a manipulation going on. But instead of trying to, one-up it or play the game, I just kind of sat in a vulnerability and went, wow. And I didn't even know if I said anything necessarily about, what was going on. I just sat there in a confused way because it was confusing. And it was very interesting. There was another friend of mine who was there in the meeting, an associate of mine in the meeting, and this individual changed gears. I wasn't able to go with him on that ride. And he got really sincere. And after the meeting, my friend said, wow, that's the most sincere I've ever seen that guy. How did you do that? And I went, some part of me couldn't go there. I was in that raw, real, vulnerable place, and I wasn't going to pet with him. I just couldn't. I don't even know consciously what happened. I just sat there in my own wow, what is this about? It's a powerful moment. And I don't know, I sort of get the impression from Jimmy, that he's able to be that real in the world. And it's interesting how things then shift around that we don't have to, or at least for me, that I don't have to fix it. I don't have to know. I don't have to solve it.
It's very hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. A part of me wanted to rush in and
fix and solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was powerful. Powerful just to be there with a level of authenticity and show up in the world in that way. And
it comes from. It is a response habituated out of a strategy that has very small people.
That's it.
We felt my only justification for being alive or for being safe, for being loved, for earning love, is to remedy a situation outside of me, to be in agency with the world.
Right.
To fix others in order that maybe I will be safe and loved. And it becomes a life strategy. To this day, when I confront that tendency in me, that habit, that pattern in me, I am flustered and way out of my comfort zone.
That's what was happening.
And very uncomfortable.
I was
frightened.
flustered. Yes, I
was
all
tap
those
into
things.
feelings that were anesthetized well on to 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Anesthetized by these behaviors, and now when I don't step up and do them, though the anesthetic wears off and I'm feeling the panic. Now the good news is I'm close to 60 years old and I can handle panic that I could not handle at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 and 15.
Well, and my body can hold it. It's it goes back. It's funny because part of this is that whole lifting my heart piece and being that open and feeling like I could be a target. And I've been working on that. I've been walking with that so much that I feel like this is a byproduct of that my heart is lifted in a particular way and I just can't play along anymore. And so the whole thing falls flat. If I'm not willing to play along and this individual wants to stay in a relationship with me, we have to meet at a more authentic level. And I didn't do anything to try to fix him or solve it. There's no magic pill. I just showed up in a particular way.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
He'll never speak to you again.
I never talk to him again. And I have to risk that.
I'm kidding.
No,
you're
not. You're not. I have to risk that. I have to risk that if I show up in the world, some people might not like it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Barry will be here because he's getting paid.
That's right. The engineer will stick around. Everyone else has left the building.
God.
I am so grateful, Barnett, for our show today. Always grateful to spend the time with you. It's just a joy to be able to do this.
Good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
And for those of you who enjoyed it, we invite you to keep coming back. Please share this with friends.
Share it with Freeman's wife.
And send a note to my wife. Thanks for listening to Cutting Edge Consciousness.
Bye now.